is the next project we got going here. I think we might have already just showed a quick picture of getting it out of the truck or whatever, but Yamaha Breeze. The guy said it was a 150, but looking online it says they're 125s. But anyway, yeah, it's a big mess. The whole bunch of this, I don't know, white deposit that was all over in the carburetor, so it almost looks like it might have been in a flood. But right now we're just tracing the wiring, so we're not getting any power up to the front. I've tried jumping the ignition switch and everything, but the starter button doesn't even push. But you know, whoever had this before, this is a piece of Romex, 14 gauge attached to the starter, hooking back here. I assume that's how they were jump starting it, maybe bypassing the solenoid and everything. A few wires, actually just one that's disconnected back here. So right now I'm just tracing the wires and trying to get everything lined up. That way we can start testing the solenoid and testing the switch and that kind of stuff. Haven't tried to turn it over or anything yet, as we just can't get any power to it, but I might try to jump the starter just to see if it gets power or something before we get too far into it. But can't beat it. It is a grand total of $100. So even if it doesn't work, you know, we can just junk it, stick a Harbor Freight $99 motor in there, and hook it up to the sprocket that's already here, and there we go. We'll have us a mini bike. You know, no longer a Yamaha. We'll call it the Predator Breeze. But anyway, yeah, at least then, you know, $100 the frame and the drivetrain and the suspension and all that's worth it. We can modify it to do something if the motor is just completely shot. Might even be able to. It's kind of looks like it's built in. We've never messed with motorcycles much, so this is kind of something new, learning for us. I'll just blame it on your ground. It's in there. Just push that button and see if it works. There you go. Well, here, then you hold this wire. Oh, it's because it's nothing hooked to the battery now. There we go. Okay, we're back and we've got it all traced. It was just this one wire, not grounded. And then we had to jumper the ignition switch. He said he found one on Amazon, $11 with a new wiring thing and everything. Well, everything and the keys and the whole thing. The whole thing, so $11. So we'll order that. But now we got it to this far. And we'll start working on motor next. But that looks promising, so easy fix on the wiring, got rid of the Romex. That was, I guess, just used to jumper it instead of trying to figure out what was wrong with the wiring, but turned out to be really easy. It was ignition switch and one ground wire that was broken. We're back. Got the electrical figured out. Now we just got to get the battery. Had it running for a few seconds each time. Hooked up the gas tank right now, and just going to use jumper cables to get it started again because the little battery we were using to test is just about drained, but seems to turn over and work.
Was it doing that earlier?
Yeah. I think it's the starter, but choke.
Huh?
Choke. So now we just got to figure out how to keep it running. Probably clean up the carburetor some more, and then a little bit more steps, but getting closer. So that's a good sign. At least it runs. But right now I'm just going to take it apart and see if the inside's really gunked up or not. Anyway, at least it runs, so we'll keep working. So the last thing is he took the clutch off, sanded it down. I guess this was sitting in a field or somewhere. We first thought it was kind of maybe been in a flood or whatever, but the air, intake or whatever comes in right here and attaches to right here. So these tubes right here, and they were full of leaves and all kinds of crap. So what happened, I think, is as it rains and whatever, water drains down into that, and then would go into here. You can actually see right here, there was a water level line. You can see the white, deposits and crap. finish putting this belt and clutch and stuff back on. He was having some trouble because he couldn't get that to compress, but I found if I squeezed right here and real hard, then it would slowly come down, and I was able to get it over that and put that plate back on. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. Now I'm just going to put this cover back on and start her up and see if the tires will spin. This is the first time we've worked on like a motorcycle motor. So yeah, this different kind of throttle system, you know, this little whatever it's called, I don't know. But anyway, in the whole drive, you know, like I said earlier in the video though, that, you know, having the belt and the clutch and, you know, basically just like torque converter and stuff on our go-karts. So that worked out pretty good. Carburetor a little bit more, but basically same thing, float and needle in here in this part, and then it could just be this throttle. I noticed that some of the videos I saw, this piece actually goes all the way down where you can't see anything through there. Ours is not, so I'm thinking maybe something's wrong with that, and that's what's happening to getting too much gas, because it kind of seems to be like it's flooding or something. Anyway, just doing a lot of research and trying to figure it out. Could be some stuff in the gas tank, and then it, you know, clog this up again. So I'm going to clean it again. We're going to drain everything that's in the gas now, shake it around pretty good, clean that out. We did put a new fuel line on it, and then might even order some new gaskets, but we're just trying to get it run. Right now, so far, it's cost nothing. It's all just been work and clean, and it's running. So $100 for a, you know, four-wheeler. Anyway, I'm going to do that now and get this cleaned up again and see if that works. Okay, so take number 25 on the Yamaha Breeze. Something we should have did very first thing, but we didn't. We just thought cleaning it would be fine. Almost always on any of the lawnmowers that we purchase, Briggs & Stratton or whatever, first thing we do is order a carb kit. This one was only $20. So far, the Yamaha Breeze cost us $100 plus $22.75 or whatever it was. So we're going to do a carb rebuild on it. After taking some of the pieces out, definitely can tell that they were worn. I'm not sure if you can see that one. Yeah, see those? The tip, it's not even, it's kind of chipped and a little bit shorter. Same thing with the, sorry, holy cow, can't even pick it up. The idler one, idle adjustment, it's worn off and rounded quite a bit. I mean, I know it's already a little bit round, but very corroded and messed up. So, should have been the first thing that we did, especially after the condition of that one, but we thought it would be pretty cool to, you know, get it running with nothing. So yeah, so far this is the first thing that we purchased for the ATV. So it's been a pretty good buy so far. So anyway. Kit seemed to work. Still needs some work on it though. Got to get it tuned up. Right now it has to run on choke, but it runs. So we'll get him all put back together and figure out how to tune him up, and then we'll be good. And even Alex is on there. She's the one texting that was supposed to be helping me cut branches. And she just rides the thing around and around in circles. She's even hardly slows down there at the little creek where it's muddy. Splash. Boom.